Welcome back to the Blizzcon Invitational. This is Lasercorn casting for Mahalo Video Games, and this time around we've got Luffy, our Zerg player, up here against NexGenius, our Protoss player, and these guys are in the championship bracket, so they have not suffered a loss in the first round, and so they're both undefeated, only one series, but both in a good position. Whoever loses here heads to the losers bracket where they'll get another chance. The tournament is double elimination. So not a lot of pressure on this game, but if you want to stay ahead of the curve, you better win this matchup. Stay in the winners bracket. Luffy defeated NexGenius. No, I'm sorry. Luffy defeated DeMuslim in the round one, and I think that NexGenius defeated Select, if memory serves. Got an Overlord coming out here for Luffy. Gonna do some scouting. Probe coming out for NexGenius. Quick expansion coming up for Luffy. Zerg, classic Zerg quick expand. And this probe gonna run right through all the drones and steal minerals. Bad drone. Or probe. Probe now attacking. Trying to take down that drone. But one of his drone buddies comes to defend him so he can keep mining. Got a kind of a partial wall off here for NexGenius. With some good zealot positioning, that thing will be airtight. It's kind of interesting. Maybe he's teching up. Probe's still alive, running around. Spotting the gas that came up. Attacking the gas that came up. Dangerous to get in the mineral line like that, because if Luffy decided to pull all his drones at once, he could get us around, and no. Zergling out on the field now. Gonna try and harass this probe. Taking swipes at it. And meets up with his Zergling buddies. And the probe's down. Probe down, probe down. Two stalkers on the field now for NexGenius. Nice Overlord placement, by the way, watching those back rocks. Keeping NexGenius honest, making sure he doesn't try and bash him down. One of the Zerglings going down. Two going down. 6 escaping, though. And this entrance is not airtight. And, wow. Stalker's encountering a lot of resistance. Zerglings testing that ramp, but not quite going up. And they are going in now. And they are attacking that pylon. Wow, they could have ran right by. They are going to go after the Zealot here that just popped out of the gateway. And now they've got a sentry to deal with. Nice force field by the sentry. Look at that one. Zergling was not doing anything for a minute. Zergling versus sentry. Who will win? It looks like the sentry is going to win. 4 kills for that sentry. Wow. That sentry's a badass. I would not want to mess with that sentry. And more Zerglings now coming in for Luffy. NexGenius will correctly retreat back to a position where he will not get surrounded. And Luffy's going to come up anyway, even though NexGenius has good position. And this was not a well-planned attack. Only a few Zerglings at a time can get in there. And oh, but a bunch of them squeaked through. Good force field to cut off that leak that was allowing Zerglings to flow into the base. And another good force field to protect the sentries. But man, that's a lot of Zerglings, and they are just running around like crazy, not doing any damage right now. Waiting for those force fields to drop. And man, they really want at those sentries. I wonder why he's not going for the mineral line. He is surrounding these two zealots. And does he have more reinforcements? I don't see any on the way on the mini-map. And probes now coming out to deal with these Zerglings. And they are going to be able to clean that up. That's too many probes to deal with the Zerglings, but the probes back off. And, okay, come out again. And we've got more Zerglings incoming for Luffy. Good positioning of that Zealot, though. We'll keep these Zerglings at bay. And wow, that was dicey there for a minute for NexGenius. And he's going around to the rocks, going to try and bust down these rocks now. NexGenius will see it with this pylon here. And he's got a Stalker warping in. Stalker's going to take some pot shots at these Zerglings and possibly force them to retreat. No, they're still going at those rocks. They've got a long way to go, though. They need to just get out of there. Yeah. There we go. So NexGenius holds his own. And what has he got going? He's better have something going. Just he's pumped. He's got 2 gateways back there, but almost a modified 4-gate going on here. Man, those Zerglings really want a piece of these Protoss forces. There's just no openings really, though, in NexGenius's base. He's got the back covered with that one Stalker, and he's got the front barricaded. Zerglings with the metabolic boost upgrade. You see those little wings on them. What else do we have going on in Luffy's base? Got a hatchery morphing into nothing. I still thought it was morphing into a lair for a second, but no. Still on basic hatchery tech. Getting a roach warren out, but it's not a lot of tech going on for Luffy. And look at this. NexGenius is going to take that expansion. Just got to make those Zerglings angry. Ooh, interesting play, though, from Luffy. Going to take out these rocks and maybe get himself a gold expansion. That would allow him to power ahead in economy. And yeah, that would be bad news for NexGenius. Somewhat threatening force here from NexGenius. Very sentry heavy. And here are the roaches coming out for Luffy. Very threatening units. Finally, it looks like we're going to get a lair. Morphing in for Luffy so we can tech up a little more. Zerglings running around the map, trying to keep map control. And this Zergling going to suicide his way into this base just to see what units were up there at the front. Those gold rocks are down. He should throw up that gold expansion sooner rather than later. And right now, NexGenius is no real threat to his expansion if he were to push out. He just does not have the units to threaten an expansion. Whoa, hey, what's going on here? We've got a Phoenix on the field for NexGenius. It's very hurt, but does it have any kills? No. It's probably out harassing some overlords. Burrow on the way for Luffy, as well as Glial Reconstitution. And now missile attacks level 1 are upgrading as well. Little fight for the Xel'Naga Watchtower. Looks like that Zealot's going to hold it, but not for long. Angry Zerglings streaming up here. Oh, but they don't want to deal with all those Stalkers. And with the Zealot on the high ground spotting, those Stalkers do have a free shot at him. Ooh, those Zerglings are running into trouble. They're thinking about taking that Xel'Naga Watchtower, also held by a Zealot. And it looks like the map control is shifting to NexGenius. And these Zerglings, wow, going to get cut off by force fields, and a lot of Zerglings going to die here, trying to make it back through those force fields. Poor little Zerglings were trapped, nowhere to go. Got the remains of a mule over here. I don't think I ever noticed that before. And this force of roach is going to come in and engage these zealots, sentries, and stalkers. Wow, they're going to wait out those force fields underground where they will heal up. And I like this guerrilla roach play from Luffy. I think this is a good play, especially against this kind of force. And what's great about it is you don't see it that much. So I think really NexGenius is a little taken aback. Forced to throw down cannons now as these forces engage once again. Good force fields going down. Wow, Luffy just streaming through here, trying to focus down this Immortal and get rid of it. And good positioning by Luffy, but all that walking around where he was getting shot really whittled down his forces. And I don't know if it was worth it just to get a good surround position. He really needs to burrow and heal up all these forces. I guess actually most of them are in the green. He's going to re-engage right here. Force field's doing a great job of splitting up these units. A lot of roaches going down there. That did not end well for Luffy. I really thought that burrow technique was going to be more effective than it was. And really what he should do is get the... Maybe he does have tunneling claws on these guys. It's hard to tell. I don't think so. Observer now coming out, so burrow is practically useless now. It's good for healing, but NexGenius could spot those units and take them out if he were so inclined, which he's not right now. And, uh-oh. It looks like... Okay. I thought NexGenius might be heading towards that gold expansion. And wow. Luffy here really needs to macro harder. 137 worth of troops, I guess against 136. Why does it look like... Oh, and there's the tunneling claws. So now these units can move while burrowed. But man, for some reason, NexGenius army just looks so much more threatening. Must be those Immortals. And waiting for these two armies to engage here. I thought they were going to go at it for a second. Wow, look at this. We got an expansion up right here. We've got a Overseer morphing in for Luffy to maybe spot that Observer. If he shoots down that Observer, he'll have a much better chance. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We've got NexGenius's forces moving in here. Gonna engage Luffy. Nice force field splitting off these front units from the back. And Stalker's going to town. It looks like the Immortals can't even get in there. And they're nice burrow. It looks like the Observer was down because those units were not getting shot at. And now the Immortals free to engage. And he's trying to do a little micro here, keep the wounded Immortals back. And it looks like NexGenius is going to take this battle, even with these Hydras backing up. Wow, that was great positioning by Luffy. It looked like he did everything right, but those force fields were just too much for him. And he even has one weapon upgrade. But here we go again. NexGenius with the Guardian Shield going down. Going to try to engage at this choke point, not get surrounded. A couple of Zerglings running in. That's not enough Zerglings to do anything. The Queen's now engaging. Last line of defense for the Zerg. Even the Overlord's moving in. Maybe hoping that their remains will scatter on these very imposing Protoss forces. And I don't think this is going to end well for Luffy. It looks like NexGenius is going to take it. There's the GG from Luffy. So game one of this second round winners bracket series is just ended, and NexGenius is victorious. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is Dave with Mahalo Video Games once again. If you guys have any requests for replays you want casted or questions or comments, go ahead and send those over to requests@mahalo.com. All right, thanks again.